Hey, I'm Laura from Argentina, and this is Talk Easy, English Podcasts. Not just a place to learn English, but a place to wake up, to feel something real, to remember who you are. Because let's be honest, we all have dreams. But are you moving toward them, or just scrolling past them? You say you want more confidence, more freedom, a life that feels alive. But here's the truth. Nothing changes if you don't. And no one's coming to save you. This isn't just another video. This is a moment. So take a breath. Look at your life. And ask yourself, if not now, when? Let's learn how to stop wasting this one beautiful, irreplaceable life we've been given. Lesson 1. Time is your life. Don't throw it away. Let me hit you with something real. You're not just killing time when you procrastinate. Time is killing you. Every time you say, I'll do it tomorrow. Every time you spend an extra hour scrolling or hit snooze and roll over in bed, you're not just passing time. You're giving away tiny, precious pieces of your life. Because your time is your life. You might not feel it right now. But day by day, it's happening. Life is moving on. Seconds are slipping away. You're getting older. Your energy isn't what it used to be. Your parents are aging. Your dreams? Still waiting. But the big question is, for how much longer? Tell me, what did you actually do yesterday? And the day before that? What are you planning to do tomorrow? Still nothing? Still telling yourself someday? Let me be honest with you, someday is a lie. It doesn't exist. It's the story we tell ourselves to stay comfortable. But your dreams? They don't care about your excuses. And the world? It only sees your results. So here's what you do. Treat your time like gold. Guard it like your future depends on it, because it does. Write down a plan. Focus on one small action that pushes your life forward today. Even cutting 1 hour of social media and using that time to read, learn, or grow. That alone can change your path. Time can be your best friend, but only if you respect it. If you don't, it'll turn into your worst enemy. Lesson 2. Stop blaming. Start building. Let's get something straight. Your life? It's yours to own. Not your parents. Not your friends. Not your bosses or your country's. Yours. Too many people waste years crying over what they didn't have. I didn't go to a good school. My family never supported me. I don't have enough money, time, talent. Excuse after excuse after excuse. But the ones who win in life? They're the ones who say, okay, I didn't have much, but I'll build something anyway. Think about it. Some of the most powerful, successful people in the world started with absolutely nothing. No support. No money. No guidance. But they had one thing no one could take from them: hunger. That deep, burning fire to change everything. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Born into poverty. Abused as a child. And yet, she didn't let that define her. Today, she's one of the most respected, powerful women in the world. Not because she had everything, but because she chose to build when she had nothing. So what's the solution? Accept your story. Embrace it. But don't live in it like a victim. Say it with me. I am responsible for my life. Write down your problems on a piece of paper, and then next to each one, write a possible solution. No matter how small. And then? Act. Even a tiny step matters. You are not weak. You are not unlucky. You are simply not using your power yet. Lesson 3. Your comfort zone is a silent killer. Get out. Now. Let's talk truth. You wake up, check your phone, scroll a bit, eat, maybe study, scroll some more, watch a few videos, go to bed, repeat. It feels chill. Easy. Kind of nice, right? But here's what's really happening. You're dying a slow death on the inside. Comfort feels good, but growth? It never lives there. Every dream you've ever had is sitting outside that soft, cozy bubble. Want to speak fluent English? Then speak. Even if you sound silly at first. Even if you mess up 100 times. Want to start a business? Then go for it. Even if your first 10 tries fall flat. But the truth is most people don't start. Why? Because they're terrified of discomfort. Scared of looking stupid. Scared of falling flat on their face. Scared of being laughed at. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. You move anyway. Think of a seed. If it stays hidden under the soil, it never grows. It has to push through the dirt, reach for the sun, face the wind, and only then does it become a tree. You're no different. So here's what you do every day. Do something that scares you just a little. Speak up even if your voice shakes. Apply for that job. Post that video. Join that class. Fail proudly. Fail loudly. But move forward. Because nothing powerful ever came from playing it safe. Lesson 4. I'll do it later is the biggest lie we tell ourselves. Alright, my friend, let's get brutally honest for a second. If you're someone who keeps saying, I'll do it later, then listen closely, because this next part is for you. That voice? The one whispering later in your head? It's not helping you. It's not being kind. It's lying to you. And with every lie, it's slowly, quietly, tearing your life apart. Not in a big explosion, but piece by piece, like a slow leak you never noticed until everything's gone. I'll do it later is not the voice of reason. It's the voice of fear, of laziness, of that small part of you that wants to keep you exactly where you are safe, hidden, stuck. Let me tell you what later really means. It doesn't mean, I'll do it at a better time. It means, I don't want to do it at all. It's avoidance dressed up as a plan. Now look around you. The people you admire, the ones living the life you dream of? They didn't say later. They said now. Even when they were scared. Even when they weren't ready. They moved. They acted. Because they knew the truth. Later becomes never. You keep saying you want to learn English? Then stop saying it and start doing it. Right now. You keep telling yourself you'll work out, launch that side hustle, read more, fix your sleep, meditate. Okay then, when? Next week? Next month? Next year? Time doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't knock on your door and say, hey, your time's up. It just ends. Quietly. Suddenly. And when it does, it leaves you with one thing that hurts more than anything else, regret. That kind of pain? It stays. Think about it. You wanted to start that YouTube channel 2 years ago. You didn't. You said later. Now someone else is doing it. Someone else is living your dream, and you're sitting there watching them, whispering to yourself, that could have been me. And you're right. It could have. So what's the solution? Simple. Set a timer. 10 minutes. That's it. Whatever it is you've been putting off, begin it now. Don't overthink. Don't wait for inspiration. Just tell yourself, if I don't start now, I probably never will. And then, just start. Not perfectly. Not flawlessly. Just start. Because one messy action today is better than 1,000 perfect plans you never use. Lesson 5. Stop thinking. Start doing. Let's talk about your mind for a minute. Your mind is a powerful thing. It can be your greatest ally or your worst prison. And for so many of us today, it's the cage we built ourselves. Why? Because we think too much and do too little. You want to launch a business? You overthink it for months. You want to speak English? You watch endless videos, take notes, imagine conversations in your head, but never open your mouth. You want to get in shape? You plan routines, buy the clothes, download the app, but you never walk into the gym. Sound familiar? You're not lazy. You're overwhelmed by thoughts. Overthinking can make you tired before you even begin. You visualize every failure before it even has a chance to happen. You write a whole story of defeat without ever entering the game. That's why you feel stuck. Yes, thinking is important, but only for a short moment. After that, it becomes fear in disguise. And fear? Fear is the master of lies. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You just need to begin. Want to get better at English? Stop just watching me, talk with me. Say it out loud. Practice in front of the mirror. Record your voice. Write your thoughts. Make the mistakes. Let them teach you. You don't need someone to give you permission. You don't need flawless grammar. You just need to take the first step. Here's a little example. Imagine someone who wants to learn how to swim. They read books, watch 50 videos, buy the most expensive swimsuit, and chat with swimmers for weeks. But they never, ever get in the water. Will they ever swim? Of course not. And that's exactly what you're doing with your dreams. Solution? Give yourself 10 minutes to think. Then give the next 10 hours to doing. Let action become your new normal. Let your body move before your brain starts spinning. Turn off the noise. Start moving your hands. Move your feet. Build your life with your actions, not your thoughts. Because success doesn't come from thinking about it. It comes from doing it. Lesson 6. Be that person. You know the one I'm talking about. Not the one who complains. Not the one who sleeps in. Not the one who quits when it gets hard. Be the one who wakes up when others are still dreaming. Be the one who studies while others waste time. Be the one who speaks up when others stay quiet. Be the one who believes in their future even when people laugh. Be the one who keeps showing up, day after day, quietly, powerfully, relentlessly. You don't need everyone to support you. You don't need everyone to believe in you. That's your job. Let them doubt you. Let them whisper, you've changed. Because you have, and that's a good thing. You're not here to stay the same. You're here to grow, to rise, to become someone unforgettable. In every family, every friend group, every community, there's always one person who breaks the cycle. One person who goes farther than anyone expected. One person who becomes something incredible. Why can't that be you? Why should success belong to someone else? Why not you? So, be that person. Here's your daily action. Every morning, ask yourself, what would a disciplined version of me do today? Then, do exactly that. Speak like the successful you. Walk like the confident you. Think like the unstoppable you. Forget the speeches, let your results do the talking. Let people look back and say, I remember her. She changed everything. Lesson 7. You versus you. Let me tell you something I had to learn the hard way. Your biggest enemy? It's not someone out there. It's not your friends. Not your family. Not your job. Not your past. It's you. It's that voice inside that says, let's just chill. It's okay to stay average. You're tired, skip it. That voice? It's the version of you that doesn't want to grow. And every day, you've got to fight it. Because this journey? It's not about you versus the world. It's you versus you. The lazy you versus the driven you. The scared you versus the bold you. The sleepy you versus the focused, hungry one. The comfortable you versus the one who wants to leave a mark on the world. Every single day, you make a choice. Who wins today? The one who scrolls TikTok for 3 hours? Or the one who reads 10 pages of a book? The one who watches videos till 2 a.m.? Or the one who wakes up to build a new future? Nobody can answer that but you. Imagine this, you've got 2 wolves inside. One is weak, full of fear, excuses, and doubt. The other is strong, disciplined, powerful. You know which one wins? The one you feed. So here's your challenge. Track your day. Write it down. Every time you choose growth, celebrate it. Every time you defeat the weaker version of yourself, give yourself credit. Over time, your identity will change. Not because of motivation, but because you decided to fight for it. This isn't just self-help. This is war. And it's you versus you. Let's keep going, my friend. You're still with me, and I love that. So now, let's talk about something most people never train, but absolutely should. Lesson 8. Master your willpower, or your moods will master you. Here's something I wish someone told me sooner. If you don't strengthen your willpower, your feelings will end up running your entire life. And trust me, feelings? They lie. You won't always feel like waking up early. You won't feel like exercising. You won't feel like studying English. You won't feel like chasing that big dream of yours. But if you let those feelings decide for you, you've already handed over your future to your mood. Let me ask you something real. Do you want to live like a champion, or do you want to follow your emotions like a little kid chasing a balloon? Willpower means standing up when your body says sit down. It means showing up when your mind says I can't. It's choosing what's right, not just what's easy. Winners? They're not always motivated. Honestly, most of them feel exhausted, heartbroken, scared, or unsure just like you and me. But they still get up. They still show up. Why? Because they've built something powerful, willpower. And the good news? Willpower is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it grows. Let's say you want to stop checking your phone after 10 p.m. In the beginning, you'll fail. You'll pick it up. You'll scroll. You'll catch yourself. But if you try again the next night, and the one after that, if you put it in another room, if you write down your goal, if you stay consistent, you start building that inner strength. Before you know it, you're no longer the person controlled by habits. You're the one who controls them. So here's the solution. Start small. Choose one thing, just one, that you don't feel like doing. And do it anyway. Celebrate your discipline. Speak to yourself like someone who leads. Say it out loud if you need to. I don't break promises to myself. Because the moment you master your willpower, that's the moment you take back control of your entire life. Lesson 9. Comparison is the slowest poison. Stop drinking it. Let me say this as clearly as I can. If you keep comparing yourself to everyone around you, you'll never feel truly happy. Like, ever. Why do you think so many people feel stuck and miserable? Because they're spending more time watching other people's lives than building their own. You scroll through Instagram and what do you see? Perfect bodies. Dream vacations. Fancy cars. Fluent English speakers getting millions of views. People doing better. And then what happens? You look at your own life and think, what's wrong with me? Why am I so behind? Why does their life look like a movie and mine feel like a mess? But here's the truth, they're showing you a highlight reel. You're comparing their 15-second filtered moment to your raw, unedited 24-hour reality. You don't see their breakdowns. You don't see their sleepless nights, their tears, their failures, their doubts. You only see what they want you to see. And still, you let it destroy your confidence. Let me tell you something raw and honest. The fastest way to kill your progress is to measure it against someone else's success. You have your own path, your own struggles, your own timeline, your own mountain to climb. If a sunflower started hating itself for not being a rose, they'd both forget how beautiful they truly are. So here's what you do. Unfollow anyone who makes you feel like you're not enough. I'm serious. Clear your feed. Then turn your focus inward. Track your growth. Compare yourself to the person you were a month ago, not to someone you've never met. Let people inspire you, sure. But don't hate yourself for not being them. You were never supposed to be them. You were born to become you, a stronger, smarter, more powerful version of the person you were yesterday. Lesson 10. Only take advice from the people who've actually lived it. This one's important. Not everyone giving you advice is qualified to do so. And if you're not careful, you'll end up following the wrong voices and walking down the wrong road. You want to build a house? Don't ask the guy living under a broken roof. You want to become financially free? Don't ask your broke friend who's never saved $1. You want to speak amazing English? Don't ask someone who's too afraid to open their mouth in a conversation. Ask the people who've done it, who've struggled, failed, learned, and earned the right to speak. The internet is loud. So many voices. So many experts. But most of it? Just noise. Opinions with no experience. Words without weight. And if you're not careful, those words will shake your confidence and send you in circles. You're the driver of your own life. So don't let people who've never left the driveway tell you how to steer. Let's say your uncle tells you not to start a business. It's too risky. But has he ever built one? Nope. He's worked the same job for 30 years. So ask yourself, why are you taking advice from someone who's never walked the path you want to walk? Solution? Ask this simple question, has this person done what I want to do? If yes, then listen with open ears. If not, thank them politely and move along. You don't need to argue, but you do need to protect your vision. Because one wrong piece of advice from the wrong person can delay your dream by years. Lesson 11. Pick yourself. Always. Here's a hard truth. The world probably won't pick you. They won't cheer you on until you've already made it. They won't believe in you when you need it the most. They won't give you permission. So what do? You pick yourself. You stop waiting. You stop begging for approval. You stop hoping someone sees your worth. You look in the mirror and say, I'm enough right now, and I'm starting anyway. The most successful people in the world? They didn't wait for a green light. They hit the gas. They didn't wait to be chosen. They chose themselves. J.K. Rowling got rejected 12 times before anyone said yes to Harry Potter. What if she gave up and waited for someone to believe in her? She didn't. She picked herself, and the world had no choice but to catch up. So here's your reminder. Write your name on your own permission slip. Launch that channel. Write that book. Start that podcast. Apply for that job. Pitch that idea. Even if you feel nervous. Especially if you feel nervous. Say it with me, I don't wait to be picked. I pick myself every single day. Because when you believe in yourself so fiercely, the world starts to notice. Lesson 12. No risk, no story. If you want a life worth telling stories about, you have to risk something. There's no greatness without a little danger. No legacy without a little fear. No breakthrough without a little sweat. No champion got there by staying comfortable. No powerful person built their empire from inside their comfort zone. Look at anyone you admire. Anyone who's done something incredible. They all had to risk something: money, time, comfort, their reputation, their heart. And sometimes, they lost. But they kept going. Because what's the alternative? A quiet, predictable, forgettable life? At the end of your story, no one will remember how carefully you played it safe. They'll remember what you dared to do. Let me ask you, have you been holding back on speaking English in public because you're afraid people might laugh? So you stay silent. And days turn into years. And still, you don't speak. But what if, just once, you spoke up? What if that one brave moment opened doors you can't even imagine yet? What if 10 seconds of courage gave you 10 years of reward? So here's the challenge. Take one risk today. Send that message. Post that video. Apply for that opportunity. Speak, even if your voice shakes. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Now flip it, but what if this actually works? Because a life without risk has no spark, no color, no fire, no story. Be the one who tried. Be the one who dared. Be the one who got the scars, but never the regret. Let's go deeper, my friend. This next part? It's not meant to comfort you, it's meant to wake you up. Lesson 13. Time doesn't care if you're ready. Let me shout this from the rooftops: time is not waiting for you. The clock isn't slowing down because you're tired. It's not pausing because you're unsure, scared, or not in the mood. Life is happening. Right now. Whether you're ready or not. Every second that slips through your fingers? Gone. Forever. And here's the worst part: most people don't realize how much time they've lost until they wake up 10 years later, looking in the mirror with tears in their eyes, whispering, "What happened to me? What happened to my dreams?" And let me tell you something: if that hits home, you're not alone. You're not too young. You're not too old. You're not too busy. You're just making excuses. So tell me, when will you finally stop watching others win and start building something of your own? Are you going to let your dreams rot away inside your mind until they die in silence? Or are you going to look yourself in the eyes and say, "Enough. I'm done wasting time. I'm ready to become the person I was born to be"? And if you think failure is scary, let me introduce you to regret. It stays. It cuts deep. It whispers, "What if?" until it hurts to breathe. So please, stop acting like you've got forever. You don't. The clock is ticking. And your time? It's now. Lesson 14. Nobody cares. And that's your secret weapon. Okay. This one might sting a little, but you need to hear it. Nobody truly cares about your problems, not the way you do. Nobody's coming to rescue you. Nobody feels your pain like you feel it. You're waiting for sympathy? For someone to notice? I'm sorry, but that day may never come. People are busy. They're dealing with their own battles. They'll nod when you vent. They'll say, "That sucks." And then? They'll move on. But here's the twist. That truth? It's your greatest freedom. Because if nobody's watching, nobody's judging, then you're free to rise. Free to fall. Free to try again. Free to look ridiculous. Free to do it your way. You don't need applause. You don't need permission. You need one thing, you. So yeah, cry if you need to. But then wipe your tears, clench your fists, and rise like a damn warrior. Let the pain fuel your fire. Let the loneliness mold your strength. Nobody else may care, but you do. And that's what matters. So build your life like no one's watching. Because guess what? They're not. Lesson 15. Why not now? Seriously, why not? We love to say, "I'll start next week, next month, maybe in the new year." But let me ask you something real. What exactly is going to change between now and then? Will you suddenly become more confident? Will fear magically disappear? Will life get easier, quieter, more perfect? You know the answer. No. If you can't start now, you probably won't start later either. You're waiting for a perfect moment, but let me tell you something real. Perfect doesn't exist. Life is always messy. Your schedule will always be busy. Your brain will always try to delay. But while you wait, your dreams slowly fade. Like dust slipping through your fingers. You think you've got time, but the truth is, opportunity doesn't wait. Growth doesn't wait. Time doesn't wait. So why are you? You want to get fit? Start now. You want to speak better English? Start now. You want to change your life? Start now. Not next Monday. Not after your birthday. Not after the holidays. Now. One small step today can lead to a completely different life tomorrow. So tell me, why not now? Give me one solid reason, and I promise you won't find one. Lesson 16. If you hate your life, create a new one. Look around you. Be honest. Is this the life you dreamed of? Are you waking up every morning with fire in your chest, or are you dragging yourself out of bed, pretending everything's fine while dying a little inside? It's okay to admit it, you're not happy. You hate your routine. You feel stuck in a job that drains you. You don't like your habits, your energy, your direction. And yet, you keep repeating the same cycle, day after day, hoping for a miracle. That's not hope. That's insanity. You're not a tree. You're not stuck. You can move. You can rebuild. You can redesign everything if you decide to. If your life feels fake, burn it down. And start again. Change your hair. Change your schedule. Change your friends. Change your thoughts. Change the things that are quietly killing your soul. Stop copying what everyone else is doing. This isn't their life, it's yours. Build your own version. The one that actually fits. You don't need a breakdown to change. You don't need to hit rock bottom. You just need a decision. You're not a victim. You're a creator. Life is your canvas. And guess what? You're the artist. Paint something bold. Paint something real. Make it loud. Make it beautiful. Make it unforgettable. Alright, my friend, this next one is personal. And I want you to really lean in for it. Lesson 17, Expectations, the prison that kills your dreams. Let me tell you a story about my friend Nick. Nick is brilliant. He's one of those people who's naturally gifted, smart, confident, great communicator. Big dreams. Big heart. The kind of guy who always stood out. But you know where he is now? Stuck in a 9-to-5 job he absolutely hates. He wakes up tired, goes to bed frustrated, and every day in between feels like a slow replay of the one before. Like a loop he can't escape. He told me one day, Laura, this isn't what I wanted. And I asked him, then why are you doing it? His answer? Because it's what my family expects. Because society expects it. Because people will laugh if I leave. Let that sink in. You can be full of dreams, talent, and potential and still live a life you hate, just because you're scared of disappointing people. Let me say this with love, but with honesty. Expectations will kill your spirit. They'll box you in. They'll whisper, be safe. Don't dream too loud. Don't try something new. But their expectations are not your purpose. You weren't born to be a puppet in someone else's show. You weren't put here to live up to someone else's version of success. If you live your whole life just trying to make other people happy, you'll wake up one day hating yourself. Smiling on the outside, dying on the inside. Laughing with others, crying alone in your room. Is that really what you want? You weren't born to fulfill their dream. You were born to chase your own. And sometimes, that means saying no. That means walking alone. That means being misunderstood. So here's your reminder. Break the chains. Drop the mask. Stop living someone else's story and start writing your own. This is your life. Not your parents'. Not your bosses'. Not society's. Yours. Lesson 18. Your pain can be your power, but only if you stop hiding it. I know you've been through things. I can feel it. Maybe you've never talked about it. Maybe you cry in silence when no one's around. Maybe people have no idea just how heavy your heart really is. Maybe you were betrayed, abandoned, ignored, mocked. Maybe you failed publicly and had to pretend it didn't hurt. Maybe people left you at your lowest. And now, you walk around like you're okay. But deep inside, you're not. And I know how that feels. But I need you to hear me, that pain inside of you, it doesn't have to break you. It can build you. You get to choose. Most people run from pain. They bury it under distractions, under fake smiles, under silence. But the strongest people I know, they face it. They grab that pain with both hands and say, okay, if I have to carry this, I'm going to use it. They let the heartbreak teach them boundaries. They let the betrayal teach them self-respect. They let failure become their personal trainer. So no, you don't need to be ashamed of your pain. You survived it. That makes you powerful. You're still here. Still breathing. That means you're stronger than whatever tried to destroy you. So take that pain and create something with it. Turn it into art. Into energy. Into purpose. Into fire. Say this to yourself. I will never again let anyone make me feel like I'm nothing. Because you're not broken. You're just being rebuilt into something even stronger. And always remember, the darkest nights give birth to the brightest stars. So don't let the pain silence you, let it sharpen you. Lesson 19. Starve your distractions. Feed your focus. Let me give you a simple visual. Right now, inside your mind, there are two wolves. One is called distraction. The other is focus. The one that wins is the one you feed the most. Every time you scroll for hours, gossip, binge watch, overthink, or let your energy leak into nonsense, you're feeding the distraction. And that wolf? It grows stronger. As it grows, your dreams get weaker. Your discipline fades. Your motivation disappears. Your future gets blurry. And before you know it, you start believing the lies. I'll do it tomorrow. It's too late now. It's too hard. But let me ask you this. How long will you keep betraying the future version of you, just to feel comfortable right now? You want to succeed? You want to be the kind of person your younger self would admire? Then it's time to cut off the distractions. Starve them. Stop giving them power. Turn your phone off. Leave that group chat. Say no to that invitation that leads nowhere. Unfollow the noise. Build walls around your focus like it's sacred, because it is. Then sit down and feed the right wolf. Read. Study. Speak. Write. Build. Fail. Learn. Repeat. Focus isn't something you're born with. It's trained. Just like a muscle. And the more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Now imagine this, if you gave just 1 year of pure, focused effort to your goals. I mean, 365 days of intention? Your life would transform completely. That's not a fantasy. That's math. That's momentum. That's discipline. So here's what you do. Starve the wolf that's eating your future. And feed the one that's building your legacy. That's how you win. All right, my friend. This is it. The final message. And I'm not here to whisper. I'm here to speak the truth loud and real. Lesson 20. Life owes you nothing. So fight for everything. Let me say it in the rawest way I can. Life doesn't care about your potential. It rewards your performance. You can be the kindest person in the room. You can have the biggest heart, the brightest ideas, the most beautiful dreams, but if you're not showing up, if you're not doing the work, if you're not moving forward, life will pass you by. Nobody's going to hand you success on a silver plate. There's no fairy coming to save you. No genie waiting to grant your wishes. No perfect timing hiding around the corner. It's on you. It's always been on you. You've got to stop crying for rescue and start fighting like hell for what you want. You've got to stop waiting for someone to believe in you and become the kind of person you believe in. That hunger, that fire, that storm inside you, no one else can feel it. No one else can light it. That has to come from within. Yes, life is unfair. Yes, some people have a head start. Yes, you might have to work twice as hard. But so what? Are you gonna sit there and complain, or stand up and claim what's yours? This life isn't a gift. It's a battlefield. And every day you wake up, you're either fighting, or you're slowly fading. So wake up with a warrior's heart and a soldier's grit. Tell yourself, life doesn't owe me anything. But I'm going to take everything I came here for. I'll wake up earlier. Stay up later. Push through the pain. Outlast the rest. And one day, when they ask how I did it, I'll smile and say, I stopped waiting for life to be easy, and I started demanding more from myself. You want a crown? Earn it. With sweat. With fire. With obsession. That's the price. Pay it. Now maybe, just maybe, you're listening to this, and everything inside you feels heavy. Not just one thing, everything. Your money's low. Your mind is tired. Your body's aching. Your relationships are falling apart. You're holding it together on the outside, but falling apart quietly where no one sees. You smile around people, but cry when you're alone. You try to be strong, but some days it just feels like too much. And maybe, just maybe, you've whispered to yourself, when will it get better? Let me talk to you now, not as a coach, not as a voice behind a mic, but as a sister, as a friend, as someone who knows what that darkness feels like. Everything will be okay. And I don't say that to comfort you with sweet words. I say that because I've seen people rise from ashes. I've watched storms pass. I've seen the light return to broken eyes. The tunnel may be long. It may be dark. But there is light. You just have to keep walking. No matter how broken you feel, no matter how long it takes, your story isn't over. Not even close. There's more ahead. More healing. More strength. More clarity. More of you. Your worst days? They're not the end. They're the beginning of something stronger. Something wiser. Something unstoppable. So if you don't have a dream yet, go find one. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a reason to wake up. A spark. A direction. Once you find that dream, protect it like your life depends on it. Build it with shaky hands. Fight for it when no one's clapping. Keep going when no one sees you. Read. Learn. Grow. Be obsessed with your mission. Be relentless with your discipline. Don't waste time complaining about what's wrong with the world. Focus on what's still right inside of you. And never, ever forget this. You have no idea what you're capable of. You think you're weak? You're not. You think you're too late? You're just getting started. You think no one believes in you? Well, I do. I believe in you with all my heart. You're not just a person. You're a storm in disguise. And when you finally rise, the world won't know what hit it. They'll look at you and say, "Where did she come from?" And you'll say, "I came from fire. I came from pain. I came from the edge. And I built myself from the ground up." So pick up your heart. Straighten your back. Wipe your tears. And start walking again. Your dream is still out there. Your future is still out there. Your greatness is waiting. So go get it. Thank you for spending this time with me. Now don't just close this video. Act today, not tomorrow. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay strong.